Beginning of hairdressing in time. My parents, my grandparents, my great grandparents were hairdressers. So I basically was destined to be a hairdresser. Now, how did it all start? In a very small village or town in Fürstenfeldbruck, where my parents had salons, or a salon for a long time. We probably go back to the dinosaurs, but we haven't actually found the bones for it yet. So, as me said, me going back a long time. How I started hairdressing, there never was any different idea of doing anything else. As all my friends, me probably were the last generation who me followed our parents and their footsteps or businesses. We never had any discussion with it. I can't say I wanted to do something else. When I was born, I worked in my father's salon, uh, did shaving, brushed the hair. So I'd always knew I would be a hairdresser.
I'd been out with some friends for an evening and for dinner, and I had a very good friend who works in a club called the Chalet Swiss in Charlotte Street in London. Didn't feel like going home, and I thought, oh, I'll go and see Nikki and have a drink with her. And I went there, and it was about 10 o'clock at night, and there was this very rowdy crowd of what I thought were Germans. It was Germans and Austrians at a table, and I was thinking, God, they're so noisy and everything. And anyway, this apparition appeared before me and asked me to dance. Happened to be Otto, who was didn't speak very much English, and anybody who knows Otto knows he can't sing, and he was singing in my ear. But even so, when we came to leave, what really topped it off for me, he had on a British military coat, and that he'd got from Oxfam, and even so, I still decided, okay, I might give this guy a try. And to cut a long story short, we've been married 45 years on the 24th of February.
It was a snowy night. It was raining and snowing outside, and I wore one of my best outfits. This was one of our Austrian boots, who actually I have to say, after many years, Barbara gave to charity, and what still a little bit hurts me. And on top of it, I wore a fashion statement of my military English coat. So we was sitting in this nightclub, quietly, as Austrian and Germans do,
Yeah, quite.
and then this young girl arrived, probably still a little bit coughed up from the frost, looking beautiful, and Heinz Schumi, or myself, we said, oh, probably one of us will dance with her. And so, but we couldn't dance to the same time, so we actually tossed the coin. And I won. And I danced with Barbara, and I'm still winning.
Oh,
You had Sassoons. Soon afterwards, you had Tony and Guy. You could actually see what is possible with hairdressing. I worked for some years for Sassoons. I worked for Tony and Guy. And then we decided, Barbara fall pregnant. I got married. Probably before I got married, before Barbara fall pregnant. Uh, we decided, we had a choice. Do we stay in London or do we move out of London? And as it was, my brother-in-law at the time moved to Portsmouth. So we decided to move to Portsmouth and open up our first salon there. After working for Sassoons and working for Tony and Guy, so we had a tremendous experience of different views of hairdressing. And opening our salon, what actually was built on, Sassoons lives on education, Tony and Guy is education. We wanted a salon what was fair for everybody. Everybody can, in this salon, can grow and live their dreams, as I want to live my dreams.
Friday the 13th of April, it was Good Friday that we opened. I wouldn't say people were flocking to come in to begin with because it was very new. We had been promoting it to a certain extent. But we had a few people coming in, and we even to this day have people that actually came in the first day that still come to the salon.
Should I explain how the first day was?
Yeah.
There was actually no such thing as the first day. When the first, we could really say the night before,
Yeah.
we still was working. The salon wasn't finished.
Yeah.
The builder were in till about 5 o'clock in the morning. So our first day really was a consistent day from the day before.
Yes, it was.
So we were wallpapering, we were working, we had the workmen in. We had clients at 9 o'clock, we opened up. Some of the things wasn't even finished. So the first day was a long second day, really. Yes, we had Mrs. Portsmouth in. Miss Portsmouth in. I forgot her name now. Do you remember her name?
No, I don't actually.
Anyway, actually, once she came in, she was a client for quite some time with us.
Yeah.
And it's just when you open up a business, I would say any business, you have such a dream and you have such a passion with it. So working for 48 hours doesn't really affect you. Yes, and we still have some of our clients. I still remember what was it, the two sisters who came in?
Margot and Connie.
Mark and Connie, who've been with us for nearly 40 years now, but sadly both of them died. Some people say it probably was my hairdressing. But yes, we had ladies for a long time. And we still have one lady who came in the first week. She had a baby then, and she still is coming in. We're doing her daughter's hair. I shouldn't really say how old this is, but it's easily to work out as it is our 40th anniversary. So and her daughter's comes in here now. From a little, we had 4 hair designers, including myself, and probably to a certain extent including Barbara.
Well, I was on reception.
Barbara's on the reception.
My sister was on reception.
Yeah.
My father was on reception.
Yeah.
So the whole family helped out.
So it's always been a family business. But we never seen us as a family. Everybody who works for us is family.
Yeah.
But there's the only way you do this commitment to them. So yeah, our first day, what we remember, it was excitement, it was just fun.
Mm.
It never was planned to have an empire of salons. The whole progression came of individual desires to run their own business. So the first business, when we opened up, was in North End. The power behind this and the person who really wanted to do this was Natasha Krughat, who wanted to have her own business. And it was absolutely fantastic. What brought was a reflection of our passion, what we have. You can't always just be the concept and be the energy by yourself. You need people around who want to fly too, and who have dreams too, and who there's always no restriction. And that's why with Natasha, wow, we open up the next salon, we open up in North End. So this is how we came to the first salon. At the same time, once we opened up in North End, I think Greg started his apprenticeship.
Yeah, which is our son.
Greg is our son. He started his apprenticeship. And through this, we came to the next salon, up in our Cosham salon. You get ever so often somebody who shares your passion, your willingness. It's not easy to build up a business. I always say the only way you can do it with one foot in reality or with one foot you're in the clouds. And working with great people and working with people who share your passion, it actually grows you as a human being. But you have to live up to their expectation too. With Cosham again, we got a bigger influx of people. The way I had Liz Anibar now?
No, Liz Battaglia.
Liz Battaglia now, who wanted up her own salon also. So it's a consistent...
This is how we opened Waterloo.
This is how we opened up Waterlooville. So we weren't planning, we have to open up a salon in Waterlooville or a salon in Cosham. It was the willingness of your designers to expand them better, to get a better future, to be able to live their dreams too. And for anybody, it would be very difficult to open up the place we have in Portsmouth by yourself. You need the experience, you need a company like us behind it to be able to do this. And again, we supported them. We opened up Lakeside with Greg, who wanted to have a business there. And then the last one really was Patrick. And we're seeing Widely, and Widely is a fantastic business area between 63 businesses, like a town center with the only salon. Well, to be able to build up the whole company, from the beginning, it was sharing my knowledge. It was sharing everybody's knowledge. But to share a dream and help everybody, reach out, help them up to you, help the assistants, help the technician.
I started at Hair Ott in 1988, so I've been with Hair Ott 28 years this year. My God. And I started as a receptionist. I answered an ad in the newspaper to do 2 afternoons a week. It was just going to be a job that was just going to fill in because I just had my son, and I just thought I've got to get back to work. I came from a business background, so this was totally different to me, and within 2 weeks I loved it. It was just everything. Couldn't believe what a wonderful people they were to work for. It was like joining a family, and it was just amazing. Oh, well, what I've achieved since I started with Hair Ott, it wasn't long after I started that we realised that we needed some HR. Because when I started, people just joined us with no contracts, nothing. So we thought, right, we needed to start sorting that out. So I did a CIPD course, which is a personnel development course. After around 10 years, maybe 10 years, 15 years of working for Hair Ott, I was working in the office then as well as doing reception. I always loved to keep my reception in. And then I can remember going for lunch in the cafe in North End with Otto. And he said to me, I want you to take over education. And I went out kicking and screaming and saying, no, I can't do it. Everyone who does it leaves, they don't like it. And that was quite a long time ago. And obviously I'm now a qualified teacher. They're just amazing. They bring out the best in you. So Otto and Barbara see something in you, and then they just nurture it and say, you can do it, and you do it, and you do it well. Obviously, Hair Ott has been a huge part of my life. The fact that when I started, I had a 1-year-old, and then I got pregnant and had my daughter, who has grown up with Hair Ott. I think she thinks of Barbara and Otto as her other parents. She started sweeping floor at the age of 3. She was always in the salon, spent most of her time, coming to pick mum up. And be in the salon helping. As soon as she could hold a broom, she was sweeping the floor. She was always, actually, I've got a really funny story, actually, because when she was 5, she used to invite her friends round for tea, and I had to ban every pair of, the little plastic paper scissors, because she'd cut their hair. And the amount of parents I had to bring their children to Hair Ott to have their hair recut, because Amy had cut H's and things into the back of their hair. So we always knew that maybe she was going to be a hairdresser. At the age of 13, she started as a Saturday assistant. She just loved it. She absolutely loved it. She then obviously became an apprentice. She grew through the training. She went on to be assessor and obviously a designer. She's now, very, very good designer at Waterlooville. She has a lovely car. She's saving for her own house. So yes, she proves that Hair Ott can make you really successful.
I started at Hair Ott in 1995, so I've been here just over 20 years. I started off as an apprentice, which I found quite hard at times, but always really enjoyed it. And then I became a stylist for quite a few years, and then I had my daughter, my first daughter. Then I came back, but then unfortunately I got diagnosed with arthritis in my hands. The doctor said that I should change my career, but I said to him I couldn't because I love my job so much. So I was really lucky that Barbara and Otto, I was able to change my career path at Hair Ott and become an assessor. And I've now been an assessor for a long time, and then I went on to be an IQA, and I now manage North End training. I think my biggest achievement at Hair Ott is probably keeping my job, because I was quite naughty when I started. I know I was quite a pain in the bum, and I was very lucky that Barbara and Otto put up with me. I remember when I first started Hair Ott, I walked in and I see Natasha, and I actually remember thinking, I want to be you. And she really helped me as well through learning at Hair Ott, and she had some tough love for me, and I really loved her. And she really helped me and did lots of extra things with me. And Barbara and Otto really helped me as well, just by really putting up with me, and I really appreciate that.
I started Hair Ott 13 years ago. I started a little bit later with my apprenticeship. I was 20 when I started, so it took me a little while to find out what I wanted to do, so I applied and I got the job. I went on to become a manager of North End Salon for a while before I took on the Whiteley Salon, opened up in Whiteley 3 years this October. I think because Otto worked in North End a lot and I worked with him a lot, I think I learned a lot of my management skills from Otto. I think I liked the way he worked. It was all about the fun side of working. Everyone knows Otto for being fun, but you know that he means business. The business is what he lives for, really. But it's all about the service. It's all about making people happy, and not just the staff but the clients. So I knew that's where I wanted to go. So I learned a lot from him, and I think the way Otto and Barbara work together as well, I think that's quite inspiring. The fact that two people can live together and work together, and I think that's something to be admired, really. So yeah, they definitely taught me something about being a manager and having a team to look after.
I started as a Saturday girl for about a year and a half maybe, and then I left school, joined Hair Ott team in Commercial Road, then moved to North End about a year later, and now I'm at Cosham. I've become a teacher from being a designer, an assessor, and working as part of the training team. It involves bringing up new talent, passing down your skills, making sure that Hair Ott stays unique and professional. I think the reason why Hair Ott's training team works is because the standard of training that we had was so good that we've been able to carry it on through, and there's such a difference in age between the trainers that you can have some older advice and some younger advice. Like with the finishing, when I was training, there were no straightening irons, there were no round brushes. You had to make sure the hair was straight just from yourself, and so I think a lot of people didn't know how to do that, so we're trying to bring that back in and make sure that the girls have some good foundation to their finishing to help them, show off their cuts and be most successful.
I started in '97. I just left school, was going to go to do hairdressing at college, and I went into Hair Ott to have my hair permed, the big spiral perm, and the gal that was doing my hair asked me what I was going to be doing now I've left school, and I said, well, actually I want to be a hairdresser. And she said, well, why don't you come here? So had a meeting with Otto that day, and I started the week after as an apprentice of Hair Ott. Well, I was definitely a stroppy teenager, so from then I think I've achieved, a hell of a lot really. To become creative, I started to teach people. I love passing knowledge on, so that was always something that I felt was easy for me to do because I enjoyed it. So being able to do that, then worked my way up, I suppose, and become a designer and then a manager. So through the years, I feel like I've, sort of achieved a lot for myself, but it was a lot of support behind there as well, and it was lucky that I had someone behind me, as of Otto, to help me through and saw something there, which I'm very grateful for.
I left school a little bit early and then started my apprenticeship back 28 years ago. Seems like a lifetime, but a good lifetime. I feel that the biggest achievement is probably working in the salon, bringing in the clients and keeping them. So obviously the importance there is the service that we give that determines the clients coming back. And also for me, I probably feel that there aren't many people that can actually look at their life and think they absolutely love what they do. So I don't ever really want to spend hours doing my own hair, but I could cut my, friends, clients 24 hours a day. And it is such a lovely achievement to love what you do. But to consistently keep the clients coming back.
I started at Hair Ott when I was 14, so over 10 years ago now. I started off as a Saturday assistant and doing my work experience. When Greg told me I should come in the salon and speak a bit more because I was too quiet, which didn't last long. Okay, so I started off as a Saturday assistant, now designer, so worked through being a technician, designer, teaching and assessing, and just really kind of worked my way through. So since I've been at Hair Ott, I've learned a lot. I've been on lots of courses. I've done my MCE. I won Designer of the Year. I won a pair of Louboutins. I managed to get the chance to go to Copenhagen with Wella for a weekend. I don't remember much from the weekend. So I've worked my way through hitting my price increases. My aim was to get my name on the price list, which I just have. And that's it really.
I started at Hair Ott in October 2007. My sister, Lizzie, she obviously worked at Hair Ott. She told me that there was a receptionist job going, so she said, Bernie, I think it'd be ideal for you. So I went and had an interview or a chat with Laura and then got the job and started as receptionist. So did reception for a few years and then come into the office where I started off doing all the score sheets with Laura and doing some bits and bobs for Laura, and then now I work under Karen. The main thing that I've achieved since working at Hair Ott is I started off in reception, which I enjoyed, but I felt that there was a bit more that I could do. So when Laura suggested to me about coming into the office for a day, I think I started off just doing the 1 day a week. Found out that I did actually enjoy that, and then slowly progressed into doing my 2 days up in the office and changing my job role completely and just having new challenges.
I came to Hair Ott because I was working as a Saturday girl in a different salon, and someone came to work in the salon and I watched them cutting, and I said to her, you cut different to everyone else, is there a reason for that? And she told me that she trained at Hair Ott, and I knew I wanted to cut hair the same way because everyone else sort of was doing the shampoos and sets. So she brought me down for an interview with Otto, and I came down in my uniform from my other salon and sat at the basins with Otto, trying not to go red in my interview and look really confident. And then I left the salon and came and started working for Hair Ott. My achievement is to become part of the training team to help people achieve what I left my previous salon to do, to become one of the top stylists really, and to help people do that. We did a photo shoot, and one of my photos was entered into the Visionary Awards, which meant we got to visit the Royal Albert Hall, and I got to meet Vidal Sassoon on his 80th birthday, which is really a brilliant thing because Otto was trained by Sassoon, and it's just amazing, really. Got to meet him on stage, and the model went through onto the Royal Albert Hall stage, and it was amazing. So that was really good.
I remember starting my first day. I remember actually first going in as a model for my friend who had started at Hair Ott, and Otto found out that I was a hairdresser, and that was it. Following Monday, first day at Hair Ott in training, and here today still. I think I've achieved at Hair Ott, I have to say first and foremost, is definitely just the wonderful team, fun and laughter over the years, the parties, I just look back, and to me it's a big achievement being here all those years. I feel really, I don't know.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah, that's funny. Maybe. I don't know how you just start going back and then you think, God, it's been... Right, hang on. I don't know why I did that. Right, where are we going? I think the big achievement with Hair Ott for me especially is just having known and worked with such wonderful people. I feel, for me personally, I've just experienced, probably, I've been 26 years this year, just look back with such fond memories of everything, all the courses, the hairdressing, and all the girls, and obviously Barbara and Otto.
I can remember, like it was yesterday, walking into North End Salon on a Friday night. Like I just stepped out of Saturday Night Fever, rocking the white suit with the flares and the collar. Got me the job. I had a little chat with Tash, and that was on a Friday night, and then she said, we'll see you Monday morning. And then I came in Monday morning and started working. That was that. My favourite things that I've done, I suppose, are photo shoots. Lots of photo shoots with Otto. I loved doing that. Did loads of that. He always asked me if I was interested in anything like that, which I loved. And he just used to let you fly with it. He asked you what you want to do, and he just let you go with that and do it. That was really good. I love that. Loved it.
I first joined the company in 2002, and I have been here for 14 years. I started off doing office admin and setting up the website and marketing, and then I became a company director in 2007 with Greg. So when the salons first opened, I wasn't born yet, and I think my first recollections of the salon is probably going in on a Saturday and just the smell of perm lotion. And even now when I smell perm lotion, it still gives me that comforting feel, which probably is a bit weird. I remember Mum and Dad were very impassioned about growing the business. Their biggest goal was always to get the best out of the team members that they had. Whilst I've been here, I think one of the biggest things really was getting the salons online, because I came from a IT background. So I think getting the websites online, and then marketing, and then also opening up Waterlooville Salon with Liz, opening up Whiteley Salon with Patrick, and just giving more structure to some of the back office functions of the salon.
So came back from Sassoon's after a year or so at Hair Ott, then became a designer at North End. In 1999 we opened up Cosham, so I went over to Cosham to help manage it. Then stayed at Cosham having to manage and still helping out with the education and teaching. After 14, 15 years at Cosham, then we opened up our Lakeside branch, so I helped set that up. And then over the past year or so was the setup of Masterclass. Biggest accomplishment is probably the setup of the graduation class, which is 13 weeks of all the classic haircuts to enable our assistants and technicians to go on the shop floor and actually have a transition period from being a technician and becoming a designer. Because before it was a very soft transition, and I don't think the guys actually felt they'd ever actually ended their education. So much as you do carry on with your education, it's nice to have a final end point at which you become a designer and go on the shop floor. That seems to have been very successful.
I think for me, I like being in the office. We've got the radio on all the time, and we've always got someone singing who has now joined a choir. And she just makes me laugh all the time. Whenever I hear her sing, I'll just be tapping away at my desk, and then I look over my shoulder because I've got someone singing behind me. It started off with the Rihanna song where she used to always go, ooh, na na na. And now it's gone into where she's joined a choir, she's learning all these cool songs, and now we're hearing these in the office. And then you'll hear Barbara putting her little bit in, and then all of us are just singing at one point, at some time or another. So that for me, and just being in the office, there's always someone making someone laugh, and to me that's what I really enjoy, and it's fun.
A lot of people that work with Otto don't see him as having an accent. But if you've known him a long time, you get to know he hasn't really got an accent, or you understand it. But we had a new Saturday girl started, so I was her mentor, and I'd been there a couple of years, and he said to her, it was in the 80s, time of the perming, and he said to her, can you go get a plastic cup and put it on the lady's head? So she walked out into the staff room, and I thought, where's she going? And she came back with an actual plastic party cup. So she walked over to Otto and stood by his side, a little bit confused, and I was looking from across the salon, but he didn't actually look at what she had in her hands, and he said, okay, go put it on the lady's head. And luckily I saw what was happening and intervened and ran over, and what Otto actually meant was a plastic cap to cover the lady's head, but with his slight accent she mistook it for a plastic cup. So that was quite a funny moment.
We have lots of laughs when we're in the salons, but I always really remember with fondness Patrick's wedding, when we were all round the table just drinking and laughing. Kelly Blaylock's wedding with the Bronco horse, going on numerous courses with numerous team members.
I was in North End, I was looking for Otto, and I couldn't find him. So I went up to the stairs to the classroom, walked in, he was on the floor. First thing in my head, I thought he was dead. And I kind of had a bit of a panic attack. But then I could just hear a voice say, don't worry, Patrick, I'm fine. I'm just doing the plank. So he wasn't dead at all. He was just hurt his back doing some windsurfing. So he's all right.
It's just been funny for the last 28 years working at Hair Ott. Otto with his amazingly funny stories. So if you get anything new comes into the salon, like we had mineral water. It was really exciting. We've really gone up market. We've got mineral water. So Otto couldn't just say, we've got mineral water. He had to make a story up about the mineral water. And he used to tell all the clients that it came down the mountains by the happy donkeys, and they were called Rudolph and Frankenfurter. Yeah, and that was really funny. When we got Paul Mitchell, it was always Pina Colada Mousse. When any client came in, it was, the sun's shining, the birds are singing, the butterflies are fluttering. It's just always been constant. And martini time. We used to stop the salon, and it was martini time, and we all had to sing Feeling Hot, Hot, Hot with our maracas. I couldn't hear anybody on the phone. No one could make an appointment because we were having martini time. But it was such fun, such fun. There's just so many happy, happy memories.
Our proudest achievement over the years. The first one actually is opening up the salon. And then you see, when you get somebody starting with you, quite often as Saturday girls, runny nose, I have to correct them with their English, what is always quite amazed me. You get people probably no vision for themselves, and then they grow up, and not always very easy. And then you see them succeed. You see them earning money, buying a house, buying a car, having holidays. So much you can achieve. And I think that's probably the proudest moments. Yes, we had the fantastic moment opening up Cosham, opening up North End, Waterlooville, Lakeside. We had the moments when our children joined the company. But the proudest moment, what I ever have, is the pleasure seeing our team fly.
And for me, it was opening our first salon. For me, it's still being in business after 40 years. And for me, it was having 2 children and a wonderful granddaughter now. And for the children to both come into the business as well. But I totally agree with everything Otto says. It's seeing our team grow and to see these youngsters that were told they were stupid and thick at school just blossom and grow with the right individual attention and the passion from we have a wonderful teaching staff here, teaching team here, and just to see them grow. And I can't really top anything that Otto said. It's exactly how I feel.
Having team members, actually we have quite a lot of team members who've been with over 20 years with us. The main problem with this is they make me look old. Yeah. And then you could say, how old does it make me? 25 years, 27 years? Soon they will be 30 years with us. I can't really tell anybody I'm 42. So there's definitely a problem with this situation. But then you look at them, and you look at back, all the memories you have together, all the fun we had. If we're willing, if we have dreams together, if we focus, and use everything what we have together, it has to be together, we will have an incredible future. I think we live in the best times ever. There's so much knowledge, there's so much opportunity. But again, the only way you can do this, open up your heart, look everything bright. Don't be petty. Yeah, look the good in everybody. Take away the pettiness, take away the pointlessness, and let's fly together. Would you say so?
Yeah.
How to end it all? Actually, it is basically endless for both of us, isn't it?
It is, yes.
We'll be around for under 30 years.
Yeah,
or
maybe our granddaughter will come into the
our
business.
granddaughter, and I think of many of our team members, their children will come in.
They are coming in.
And they're coming in, yeah.
Yeah.
And it is now, they will write the next chapter. We don't write the next chapter. We'll be there. We will give our best. We will support them. But they are the future. And they will be the future. Would you say so?
Yeah.
My message to Barbara and Otto is congratulations on 40 years. You are both the most amazing couple. I'm just so happy that I know you. Barbara, you're my forever friend. I'm getting teary here. You're always there for me. We've worked together in the same office for probably 25 years, looking at each other for 25 years. You always know if I'm having a bad day, same as I hope that I'm always there for you. 2 years ago I had a really bad time, personally, and every day I came in, Barbara cuddled me, asked me how things were going. She never forgot, and she's just wonderful and I love her to bits. And Otto, you just make me laugh. You cheery, you're happy, your shirts put a smile on my face every day. You're just kind, considerate, and you care about everybody at Hair Ott. I love you both with all my heart.
Thank you for the last 13 years. It has been quite a journey. It's been an amazing journey. So I'd like to say thank you for all your opportunities you've given me, all the training and everything. And here's the next 40 years. So yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations on 40 years in business. That is an amazing achievement, and I'm so happy for you both and proud of you and proud that I've worked for you. And I love you both very much.
Yeah, congratulations on 40 years. Here's to another 40, and thank you for letting me be involved in the 40 years.
Barbara and Otto, I'm so grateful to you both for over the years, the 40 years. You deserve everything that you get, and thank you so much for seeing something in me, Otto, putting up with me, but I do put up with you though. I mean, come on. Stop copying my haircuts. Not everyone wants that.
Don't think I could begin to thank you or repay you for everything that you've achieved for me, because without you two, I certainly wouldn't be where I am today. There's been ups and downs, and I'm sure there's been times you've absolutely wanted to kill me, but love you both to bits, absolutely. I can't begin to repay you for all that we've all achieved together and all the memories. Just every moment we've shared together, really. I've spent more time with Barbara and Otto than I've probably spent with my own parents, and he's like a dad to me. A special kind of relationship, really, working with someone, although I don't work with you so much now every day, but working, you know, long days together. Yeah, I don't think I could trust or have a relationship with someone as much as, oh, it's hard to put into words, isn't it, really? But I can't thank them enough.
So my message to Barbara and Otto, I'd like to say thank you for all of the training, having faith in me, knowing that I could do well, and just thank you for making so many good memories and working with everyone that I love and getting to do everything that I love every day.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to work for Hair Ott for 25 years and supporting me and being amazing bosses and always being understanding and approachable, and thank you.
Message to Barbara and Otto is we're clearly very proud of you and wish you every success the next 40 years, and if you could hurry up and retire, that would be fantastic.
My message is a really big thank you to Barbara and Otto for letting me walk in and on a Friday night and just getting the job, and starting on the Monday, still here, I can't know how many years, 23 years later. I think that not just the cutting side of training actually, but I think that they also give you, the salon gives you really good people skills, really good communication skills. It's, I think it's made me be a better person through the training that I've had, just through how I am with people outside of work, family, and how you communicate. It makes you be very self-aware of everything. And I really appreciate that. I think it gives you really good learning. They've given you really good learning skills, just not just the hair cutting side of things. It's a lot more than that, which I'm very grateful of. So, thank you. I've loved it all. Loved every minute of it. Thank you very much.
I would just like to say congratulations to Mum and Dad on 40 years in business. Thank you so much for creating such a wonderful organisation. Thank you also for being the best parents and the best grandparents. We love you all so very much, and we're really proud of your achievements.
So I would just like to say to you both, what honestly, the whole time it's just been a pleasure working with someone so passionate, that's so into the hairdressing, the courses, the education, you know, with all the young girls and having that passion and giving them that passion. And it's just been a wonderful pleasure to be here still. And I can actually say I'm going to be the first designer that's a grandma. Have a wonderful party and we'll all have a great time. Love to you.
we know this for sure. If we cut a bob, you've probably cut it before. You've both got a talent, a wonderful thing, a presence that's felt by the whole Hair Ott team. We're so grateful and proud. All we want is to sing it out loud. So we say thank you for the laughter, the hair we're cutting. Thanks for all the fun we're having. Have us down with thank you for education and love.